Welcome to the Planet Paintball Podcast, the ultimate podcast for paintball enthusiasts. Each week, we dive into the world of paintball, bringing you stories, insights, and tips from players, coaches, and industry insiders. Sponsored by 1023 Sportswear. Looking for high-quality gear that performs as hard as you do? Check out 1023 Sportswear. And as a listener of the Planet Paintball Podcast, you can get 20% off your order with the code PLANETPaintball. Suit up, save big, and play your best.
Welcome back to the Planet Paintball Podcast. With me today, I got Anthony from Walk On Warriors. And if you can give that like and subscribe, it means a lot to us. And check out our sponsor, 1023 Sportswear. We would appreciate it. Anthony, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, man. I cannot complain. How about you, Hunter?
I can't complain, nice little Monday recording session after the weekend.
Yep.
So actually got to play this weekend.
Nice. And where are you playing?
We went up to Greensboro, North Carolina to play in the CFOA Blitz, which is kind of a new format they are starting. So they got a elite and then a fun division, which I'm not a big fan of the name, but I'll take it. So the elite is D4 and up, and the fun is D4 and down. So kind of depending on who
there's
you
no
put
restrictions.
Together.
It's like anyone D4 down can.
Yeah, anyone D4 and down can play it. And I haven't looked at my APA, so I don't even know what points they're given for it. But it's kind of nice because you can pull your boys that are a little all over the place, if you will, and play whatever division you want.
Yeah,
we had
them.
Yeah. So we had a guy that just started. He's D6 on the roster, and then we had a bunch of D4 guys though.
Nice.
Didn't do as well as we wanted to, but it was kind of like a new squad, so up and coming.
And it's 5-man?
Yeah, so it's 5-man, and it's kind of like split deck. I call it X-Ball Light. So it's best of 3, but the way they do it is kind of like hockey standings, if you will. So if you win, it's 3-minute points. You play 3 points against each team. And if you win, you get like 5 points. If you tie, you get a point. If you lose, you get no points. So it's kind of like a shot clock in the sense you only have those 3 minutes to put it together. So it's a little bit different. The first one, we got to play the elite guys, which was really cool. This one, we just played the guys in our division, but we played all of them. So we played a lot of paintball.
Yeah, a lot of good points in.
Yeah. And it's really meant like to be like a training almost for going to events. It's really meant to be like I don't know if you've seen what they're doing out on the West Coast with the Scrim Fest.
I haven't looked too much into it now.
Okay. Basically, it's a mini, more relaxed event leading up to the WCC PPL or Mike Hinman's league. I can never get it right.
I got you.
But let's get to know you a little bit. Where are you calling in from today?
Calling in from New Jersey. I'm in Brick, New Jersey. At my buddy's house, though, because peace and quiet around my house. 2 kids, 2 dogs doesn't come very often.
I get that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we're based out of Long Live Paintball in Old Bridge. That's our home field.
Legendary field.
Yeah, no, we love it there. Gym's awesome. Treat us well, so definitely a good spot to play.
So when did you find paintball, man?
So recently, I only got back in a year ago, last March of 24. Before that, it was like 15 years ago. Played as a kid growing up. We had this one friend in high school. We would just go over his house after school and just set up like 2 wood planks, just like close to each other and just shoot at each other. And that's kind of how it started. And then just down the rabbit hole of getting your own stuff, going to the field, and just absolutely fell in love with it. Took a hiatus because, when doing it when I was a kid, mom could only do so much. It's a lot to ask. And then you turn around and you start getting adult money and you're like, have some fun again.
Yeah, revisit some of those hobbies.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So did you play competitively before now or no?
So before, not at all. This is all very new. We're D5. We did our first X-Ball event, Road to Pro at Long Live on March 30th.
Awesome.
And before that, didn't do too much, but it's definitely something falling in love with very quick.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you guys got a ton of really great fields up there, but you also have like a lot of options when it comes to tournament paintball.
Yeah, it really, really do.
So what made you guys settle on the road to pro?
I think honestly, I mean, it being home, it helps. It's because it's a lot of travel for the guys. We got some guys in New York, North Jersey, so it's the easiest for everyone. And the X ball format just absolutely fell in love with it our first time when we played. Because all we've done before is our very first one was last AC event NXL, but we only did the 3-man novice, the D5 3-man. That was
Okay.
like our first little introduction into it, and then went into the 5-man. Played a little bit of EPL, the race to 2 format,
Yeah.
which is still fun, but different format. And then, man, when we did the X ball format, it was just like the intensity, the speed, the everything was just like this is the one.
Yeah, it'll hook you, won't it?
Yeah, it definitely hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, and it's a little bit more forgiving than X ball. You can drop a point, and it's not the end of the world.
And that was our big thing, being D5, we are obviously still learning a whole bunch, always gonna be learning, and it's nice to be able to mess up, the race to 2, it's really like you gotta dial it in, make sure you're on point, 'cause 1 point and then lose again, you're done.
Yeah, it's a game point after that, so
Yep.
you gotta watch it. So you guys have done like a really good job kind of promoting the brands you work with and then the Instagram overall.
Yeah.
Is that what you do? Is it someone else on the thing?
I do handle the Instagram as well, and just having fun with it, man. Just
Okay.
getting the shots we can, get, making sure everyone, is featured on the team. We have a core group of guys who play the tournaments,
Hmm.
but we're definitely a lot more than just a tournament team. We got a whole bunch of guys that'll play with us when they can. Some just can't make it every weekend. I mean, it's a lot to be able to go every single weekend, but just a big group of guys who just love paintball. And literally the name Walk On Warriors was we all just literally found each other and started playing and just kept going, man, having fun.
So a very like organic beginning.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it the most fun is the organic beginning, being there from the start and just seeing how like everyone has grown and stuff as players, and it's really cool.
Awesome. So do you guys have a coach or are you guys self-coaching?
We were self-coaching for a while when we first started. Like I
Mhm.
said, we did NXL last year. 24 was our first 3-man, and then we did a couple of the EPL 3-mans here or there. Decided in October, their final event for the 24 season, we did the 5-man and got smoked, absolutely rolled.
Okay. It
We
happens.
were like, damn, like, okay, if we want to do this, we gotta put in more work or something. And that's when this off season we got a coach and been night and day in our performance and everything.
Who's the coach?
It's Coach Ra Rogers.
Okay.
Yep, yeah. He played with Tropa for a while. Tropa paintball team, they're out of Long Live as well. And I mean, we were just playing with him so like we'd play against them on Saturdays and just got close with him. And then he took a chance on us when we asked him, and couldn't have worked out better. Honestly, we're doing great. Love Coach Raw, and he's helped us a lot grow as players.
Awesome.
Yep.
So how many guys are on the squad?
Right now, we have 5 full-time tournament guys. A little bit light on the bodies. We did have a snake player. He went to enemy because he got picked up by enemy, which is pretty cool. Like to see that. And then yeah, we got the 5 right now. We've been trying to fill in here or there, but we're definitely looking and gonna get the word out, obviously with this too. But yeah, looking for just committed guys, guys who just want to put in the work, have fun, good work ethic, and just want to learn. That's really it. No tryout or anything. Just come and ball, have fun.
I mean, hang out with the team and kind of figure out if it's a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. Like, it's always nice picking up a killer, but
Mm-hmm.
the fit is almost more important than the skill at some point.
Yeah, no, definitely, especially being, I guess you could say homegrown or whatever, because we all just like started it
Mhm.
ourselves. We would definitely want someone coming in that's gonna like fit and all that stuff, because the core is really good, really
Yeah.
really good core.
So, do you guys Since you're looking for players, are all your current players ranked D?
Yeah, we're all either beginner or D5.
Okay.
Yep.
So does Road to Pro allow you to have like a D4 guy on the
Yeah,
roster?
you are allowed two D4 players, and we picked up two guys from Havoc, New Jersey.
New
Havoc
Jersey.
for
Okay. It's
yeah,
like they're
New
in
Jersey
Texas.
Havoc. Yeah. That helped us out. Jaden and Anthony, they were awesome. So that was good.
Are they? So does the D4 play on a different day than the
So the
D5?
first event was only D5.
Okay.
It was 10-team field.
All right.
Second event is D4, D5, and they already got 2 D4 signed up, and I think 8 D5.
Nice.
So hoping for a good turnout. The first one was like the first ever of the whole brand new series, and it was done really well. They did a live stream, everything. It was really cool.
Caught a little bit of the live stream. So
Yeah, no,
take
it
it
was pretty
take us
cool.
through the tournament for you guys. Like how to it was all in one day, right?
Yeah, it was all one day. We had a pod runner, so that was nice because definitely need that in X ball. But other than that, it was just the core five, and then Jaden and Anthony who we added. So there's 7 of us, and then one of their buddies about halfway through were able to come down and help in the pits a little bit. But I mean, we were pretty much just a player operation other than pod runner, and obviously we had a coach. But yeah, it was a great day from start to finish. First game was went to OT, dropped that one,
Okay.
and it was only 3 prelims this event. It
Okay.
wasn't 4 like normal. Second game was much better. That went to OT as well. We were able to pull that one out, and then we're able to mercy the third.
Nice.
It was mercy 3. It was X ball format mercy 3, 10-minute for D5. But yeah, no, it was the playoffs by tiebreaker, and yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, it just automatically fell in love with it. Just the whole energy, everything, the intensity. It was just a different level, and I'm very happy with the result and how the guys responded to the first X Ball event.
Awesome. So did they have turf up there, or are you guys playing on grass?
No, it's turf.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like pretty much everyone is a lot of turf.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
turf.
I would imagine up in New Jersey, it's a little bit harder to have a non-turf field just because of the wear and tear and the long winter on it.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're seeing a lot more like just turf fields everywhere, across it. I think people like obviously it's an expense going into it, but
Yeah, that's might what deter a lot of people, but
yeah, but there,
it is nice to play on.
yeah, if you do it right, there's very little maintenance.
Yep. Yeah, no, Quick Shot just did their whole
Yeah.
both their fields. So yeah, we did the first EPL of this year, and
Okay.
that field was pristine.
Yeah.
Very, very nice operation down there.
Was that the 5-man EPL? So the race to 2. Okay. How'd you guys do at that one?
That one we came 9th out of 12th, not as good.
Okay.
So that was a little disappointing, but it was the
Nice.
first one of the season. Still trying to figure a couple things out, but yeah, do love the EPL because I think they're one of the only ones who offer 3-man in like the close Jersey area. So they're an awesome league as well.
Did they do regular 3-man or 3-man X ball?
Regular 3-man, like the 8 prelims. Yep.
Yeah, because we got a league down here called the C3XL that does 3-man X ball.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I
That
played
seems
it
very fun.
twice. It's fun. It's kind of nice because you can go with 5 guys, right? And you aren't like trying to run back to back. So if something happens, you can always go play that league and not be killing yourselves and not have anything in the tank for after prelims.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, it's been a fun little format for sure.
You know, that's pretty cool. And like the format you were talking about earlier, was it Blitz?
Yeah, they're calling it the Blitz.
That's really cool because one, it's sometimes buddies are scattered through the rankings. It's hard to do something, and definitely something you can finally get the boys together if you're scattered in division a little bit and have some fun.
Yeah, and that's really what they made it for, was like, the Carolinas have a pretty good history, and a lot of guys have been in and out of the sport. And sometimes you want to play with your buddy, but your buddy's ranked
Good.
He might be too good. Yeah, he stuck with
Literally.
it when you had to bail out for life stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Life happened. He just kept balling.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool to get to see that. And then what I really liked about the first one was you got to play the elite guys. So you got this structured environment to play people that were, in theory, at least higher ranked than you. So
yeah, definitely.
And sometimes it can be hard getting on to get reps with higher ranked guys.
But yeah,
kind of,
what's coming.
Yeah, you got to be. You either got to know someone on that team and set it up, or you got to be close enough in skill level they want to practice you. So
they don't want to just blow by you.
Yeah. So that's been. I really like that feature of it.
That's definitely a cool concept. Is this like brand new, or is this like a couple events in?
It is brand new this year. They ran a test event, which I didn't play last year. So
Okay.
It's kind of nice having them. We got 3 really good series, 4 series in the Carolina and Georgia area. So we got the NGXL, which is a really good traditional X-ball league, down in Jasper, Georgia, which is about 3 hours from me. And then we got the Blitz, which is also about 3 hours just in North Carolina. And then the C3XL, they got one like an hour away from me. They travel a little bit, which is nice. And then the other 2 locations are 2 hours. And then we have the AXL, which is a new league, which travels about a 4-hour radius, kind of. So 4 hours is the longest drive. So not too bad.
No.
Not to the
definitely
point
a drive, but could be worse.
Yeah. In theory, you could wake up the morning of and go, but
Nah.
you're kind of, I'm old. I like my sleep.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd rather drive through at night, sleep a little bit, wake up and go to the event than wake up super early. But
Yep.
I'm a night person. So
yeah, I'm not a early morning person.
Yeah. So, but we'll see. I haven't got to play the AXL yet and haven't played it.
NXL?
Well, the AXL.
Oh, AXL.
Yeah. I've been going down to World Cup and playing the mounds.
Nice.
For the NXL. Now, I got 2 kids. One just moved out. One's 10.
Nice.
So the NXL series is not an option right now.
No. I got 2 little ones. I'm blessed and lucky enough that the girlfriend holds down the fort on Saturdays so I can play. So
Nice.
Lucky I'm able to do that. So I'm not going to push it to the NXL circuit.
Yeah. I would highly suggest going to, are you guys going to go to Atlantic City and do 3-man again?
So some of the guys are actually doing 10-man.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't, but yeah, a lot of the guys are going down. Crossfire, Chris, whole bunch of people. One of the San Francisco Sirens will be playing with them, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Chris Crossfire did custom bands for the Sirens, so
okay.
Yep.
He's at what's his company's name?
Crossfire Headbands.
Crossfire. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I've been seeing him a lot, and you guys have done like some giveaways and stuff with him, right?
Yeah, we actually just did a custom band giveaway. The winner was picked, so that was pretty cool. That's actually awesome. Custom 101, you make it with them, like it's not made just for you.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it was like an already made 101.
No, you're designing it with them and all that stuff.
Oh, dude, that is a really cool giveaway.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we like to have fun with the social media. It's definitely but like to promote each other, it's having fun.
You guys are doing everything that teams should do,
Yeah.
like you're doing a lot more than like some D3, D2 teams do as far as promoting yourselves and the brands you guys work with, which I think it's awesome. And I know people don't want to do social media sometimes, and I get it.
It can be a lot, but it's just you gotta promote yourself. It's that time, and you pretty much have to be on social media.
Yeah.
there's no other option.
Well, and if you want, if you want the deals or, a lot of sponsorship are package deals now, but like if you're working with these smaller companies, they would like to see a return on it.
Yeah, they don't want you to not have anything or make a post like your last post was like 2023 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. You- and if you do that the following year, the deal's going to be better,
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. You gotta keep good relations and everyone's helping each other out, promoting a great sport, and I think that's key. 'Cause it's definitely hard getting in as E5 guys sometimes, in tournament paintball, being new and everything. I know a lot of people say like the skill gap in divisions is like a huge difference, but honestly, the biggest gap, at least personally for me, was just your casual Saturday speedball to tournament paintball, like even D5. Like
Yeah.
that gap is a lot bigger than I think a lot of people think.
I had not thought about that in a long time.
It's a big gap that we learned very quickly.
Yeah. So I started working with AC Greenville. They're the guys I played with this weekend, but
Okay.
they have it's more of a club than a team. But within that club, there's a Division 6 team. So
Nice.
real beginner, and I went to their first event with them, and I'm gonna miss their second event. But it dawned on me at that event like we got a lot of work to do, and like
Yeah,
there is
there's
a
a
big
lot.
gap from playing pickup ball, if you will,
Mhm.
to
Literally just street ball with your boys or even just other walk-ons to
yeah,
competing against teams at the even like I said, D5 level. It's just that gap is huge.
yeah. Um, and that's one thing I feel like because I started playing back in 1999 when I
Mhm.
was a middle school kid. I feel like
Yeah.
that gap was less back then
Mhm.
from rec to tournament, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's a pretty big gap now, and like you really gotta. It behooves you anyways to like find someone to help you with the skill level for
Yeah,
sure.
that's hard too, and that's why I feel like we're so lucky 'cause, there's not people knocking down the door to coach a D5 team, you know?
Yeah.
It's someone who wants to dedicate their time and believes in you or, a good friend. It's just
Mhm.
but we're lucky enough that Coach Rob believes in us and he sees the work we put in and we appreciate him, so it just really works out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's you guys are kind of super fortunate. You don't have to bloody knuckle it all
Yeah.
the way through,
Yeah, that's what,
kind
like
of.
I said, even just the off season of actual practices and getting coached up a little bit just from the EPL we did in October to getting stomped to even EPL we did better and then the X ball we did even better. So it's good to see the needles at least moving in the right direction, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's an encouraging, right? Like it can
Yeah.
be very frustrating if
It
you're
oh yeah,
stuck
especially
at
if
the bottom of the
you
barrel.
get dusted on a Sunday, I mean, did you have fun? I mean, it was fun, but at the end of the day, it's like,
Yeah. It might be more type 2 fun, right?
yeah.
So what other companies are you guys kind of working with besides
We got so our shop sponsor is Stingray Ops in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, cool.
Cecilia over there is awesome. She'll always take care of you. And then we're also High Stakes. Mark over at High Stakes does all our jerseys and stuff. He's done awesome with our designs. The quality's good, so we've really been happy with High Stakes.
Yeah, Mark is a really good guy. I've interacted with him a little bit.
Hmm.
And he does some of the waffles online, which is where I first saw him around. And then I saw he started High Stakes.
Yeah,
So, wishing him a lot of luck
yeah.
for
No,
sure.
he's a good guy. Takes good care of us.
So, he does all the soft goods for you guys?
Yep, yeah, he does. These are dry fits, and then we have the white jerseys, and then we actually have black alternate jerseys coming in. That should be within the week. We should have them.
Nice. How the
Yep.
white jersey's been holding up, man?
Really, really well, actually.
Yeah.
I was skeptical at first too, just because obviously it's going to get filthy, but I mean that everything came right out,
Okay.
crystal clean.
Because I've had a handful of white jerseys at this point, and sometimes they get clean, and
Yeah,
sometimes they get a little patina on them.
yeah. It's like everyone went white this year. A lot of some of the local teams that
Yeah.
we play with and stuff, they went white too, and it's like, white. the white looks good. It may not look great once it's all dirtied, but as long as it washes out, you're good.
Yeah. Well, my nephews play with the Filthy organization out of Quick Shot.
But yeah, they got a good operation down there.
Yeah, and they went with white for the last event.
Yeah.
I had one hanging up. He didn't even wash it.
Yeah,
I was like, thanks.
Here you go. I'll sign it for you too.
Like, all right. Luckily, the other one hooked me up with this black one.
Nice.
Washed.
Yes. Actually clean.
Yeah. Shout out Colin and Meyer.
I know, because I know they have a couple lines, but they're D3 won Tampa, correct?
Yeah,
Sure.
so their D3 won, their D4 got third, and then their youth got second. So they had a good showing for sure.
So they got some ballers down there.
Yeah. And Don, who runs the team and owns Quick Shot Speedball, is a great guy. So I was lucky enough to play 10-man with them at World Cup.
That's awesome.
Electronic, yeah. That was a bucket list division to go and do. So when it
seems fun as hell, because the NXL 10-man's actually like electronic normal 10.5. It's not classic, right?
Yeah.
So
they let you keep the ramping gun. And,
absolute madness.
Yeah. So we went down and played 5-man mechanical Friday. Did pretty well there. I think we ended up 6 overall. Got beat by Image, who went on to win it. Then we played 10-man mechanical Saturday. Did not do well.
No, did not go.
It did not go as planned. And then some of us joined the Filthy guys Sunday for 10-man electronic, which went okay. Awesome. I think we barely missed the cut. I was exhausted by then, man. Like,
I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, it was we didn't play. The boys played Thursday because they were playing X-Ball, but we were just hanging out down there. After 4 days in the sun, I was cooked, and you aren't wearing shorts or anything.
Yeah, no, you're in full gear. Yeah, you're.
So, and the Airbnb washer and dryer are never great, so your stuff's still dirty and stinks, and still damp.
Yeah,
and you're not quite sure.
Somehow you're like, I thought I put it in the dryer.
Yeah, and it didn't really work. So by the end, I was ready to call it a night for sure. So
let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely upset I can't do the 10-man, but it looks like it's like, I mean, I know the field's bigger, but do you just like split up into squads and kind of just like take your side of the field?
Yeah, you kind of have to. You kind of pick your Dorito guys, your center guys, and your snake guys, and definitely an overarching plan. But you kind of get into the nitty gritty with those guys on your squad a little bit more. At the last point, I think we all just ran at them.
Yeah, like, guys.
Yeah,
just full on flying V 10-man.
Yeah,
just
flying V. Let's see where it lands us.
Yes,
so
roll the dice.
But it was fun. Definitely, the boys want to go back and do electronic 10-man again.
That's awesome.
You guys talking about a World Cup trip or anything? Or
we haven't. Probably not yet. The long travel is definitely hard for a lot of us, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a trip.
Definitely this year we're only going to be regional with RTP. I know they have the Garden State down at Quick Shot as well, the Garden State X-Ball League. Just way too far of it's a longer drive for some of the guys, so it's just RTP and it being at home just makes it perfect. But stick with that this year, see how we finish the year and go from there and keep working.
Awesome. So where'd you you said some of the guys are in Jersey and some of the guys are in New York, right? And Long Live is upper New Jersey, right?
Yeah, it's upper. Yeah. So we got some guys in Jersey City, which is pretty much New York. So it's just about an hour for everyone. We got someone in Philly, and so we come from everywhere, but it's pretty central to everyone, so it works out really well.
Philly's not that bad of a drive.
No, it's really not. Even from like me, where I am in Brick, and to get to Philly is not too bad.
Yeah. So sorry, one of the buddies was texting me. I wanted to make sure it wasn't important.
Yeah.
Not a work emergency coming in.
Yeah, don't want that.
Yeah. So the shop in what was the shop's name that you guys partner with?
Stingray in
Stingray.
Brooklyn.
Okay, and that's a paintball shop.
Yep.
Nice.
Paintball shop. Yes, it's here. They have everything you need from guns, hoppers, pretty full-blown paintball shop.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
it is
she takes
so
good care of you.
yeah. It's so rare to like see an independent paintball shop
Yeah,
now.
it really is, because I know growing up when I living in Jersey, there was one in our town, local paintball store, and it was the coolest thing. We had, well, our gun of choice was Smart Parts Ion.
Okay, hey,
You
gotta
could
love an
just
Ion, man.
Man, you could just customize the shit out of that thing.
Yeah.
Body kit, board, like we had it all decked out to have it shoot crazy. It'd always be fun, like hanging around the shop and stuff, but like that's just not a
Yeah,
thing.
it's
Far and few.
not a thing anymore, just because shops aren't really a thing. And if they are, they're normally like on the field location.
Yeah, on the field location, or they're like a walk-in, they're like a
Yeah.
huge, like your A&S or Lone Wolf, like
Yeah.
they got their
Yeah.
store, but they're a huge warehouse.
Yeah, and they're really a website that
Yeah, they're really a website that just has one
that
location. Yeah,
happened to. We might as well put up a store because
might as well let people walk in.
yeah, I miss the hanging out at the paintball shops. And the
Being
ions
able,
were so crazy back
dude,
in the day, though.
they were they were crazy. The things you could do, it was literally a JT mask, but in paintball gun
Yeah.
form. Just literally every single piece you could customize.
Well, and I think that was like the last gun that you could really like. You could buy it. You could buy it and use it right out of the box, but you could really just
Yeah.
totally revamp it.
Yeah,
Like,
we had like the Virtue board,
Mhm.
like laser eye, like dude, it was like turned it into a Cadillac.
Yeah, you could definitely take the Honda and make it a Cadillac.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
that's exactly what those things were. So that was cool. But, I mean, obviously everything's just good now. All your high end markers. It's pretty much just pick your poison, whichever one you prefer.
Yeah. So, what did you start out with when you got back into it, man?
Started out with a Shocker amp.
Okay, nice
Yeah,
gun. You
yeah.
still shooting at the Shockers, or have you switched over to something?
Switched over to DSR Plus
Okay,
and EM40.
and TM40.
TM40, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I love them both. Love the DSR more, but still like the TM40.
I also shoot a DSR.
Nice.
They had me as soon as they said they were going to put a mech frame on it. I was like, yes.
Yeah, I know that's big for a lot of guys, so that's definitely
Yeah.
a plus, and it shoots.
But the TM40 has a really good mech frame option too. So
Yeah,
if you haven't gotten either one yet, I would highly suggest it. It is.
no, I would like to do some because I know there's the big skirmish Invasion of Normandy event.
Yeah, that's kind of up
But
by you guys, isn't it?
I know some of the places around us do like single day
Scenarios.
like a scenario events, so
Yeah.
that'd be cool to do sometime with the mech frame.
Yeah. Yeah, I love a good mech day.
Yeah. Have you ever done the Invasion of Normandy at skirmish?
I have not.
Yeah, neither have I.
So it took me about a year or two to get into tournaments. And then had to take some time off to like actually, as a high school student, save up money for a decent gun.
Mm-hmm. Literally, yep.
Yeah, but I went pretty hard into the tournament thing.
Uh-huh.
But now that I'm older, I love doing any of the classic formats. So any of the mechanical stuff, 5, 10 man, 7 man, I'll do it all.
Yeah, the mounds looks really fun.
Give me a good mounds field.
It looks fun.
And I was not a fan until we went to World Cup. Like I always played mechanical, but I just did it on the airball field. And my buddies we did like a reunion thing in 2023. Had a buddy out from Colorado, John, who's been on the show, my brother and Chris. So we all met down there and they're like, let's do mechanical, right? Like, let's have a good time.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah. And I had never played mounds, and I got out there and I had a ball.
Yeah, just
it was
giggling like a kid the whole time, just having an absolute blast. Hell yeah.
I was I already giggled with the mechanical because it's just funny to shoot shoot someone with a mechanical when they're ramping. But it was just such a good time on the mounds. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it and totally fell in love with it.
That's awesome.
It was that rush you get like that first time you played paintball, man.
Yeah.
You know, a little scared, a little adrenaline pike.
Yeah. And then you're just
And then you're off to the races. Yeah.
Yep. You're like, when's the next one? When
Yep.
when can I do it again?
And I started like, can I make these? So kind of try and make ICPL. But definitely will be down at World Cup playing mounds again this year.
That's awesome. Yeah. Do they only do the mounds at World Cup?
Yeah, they do mechanical at the other stops, but they tend to do like, I call them like a novelty field. So it'll be like an airball field, but it won't be like the airball from what I've seen. So
Gotcha.
it's kind of, you know, this weird little subculture in the back of an NXL event.
Yeah.
But you get to play with
the
like
classic really is like a different. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
whole different following.
Yeah, and what's cool is you get to play against all these old pros, you know, so it makes it fun.
Yeah, no,
So.
that's a very cool experience.
So your next event's in May, right?
May 25th. Yep,
May
Sunday.
25th.
We got a little bit of time, so we'll get going this next month and hopefully get a better finish than last time.
So how does the like? Do you guys have mandatory practices or?
So really, our only thing is just try, if you're going to play tournaments, just try just as much as you can get there. Really,
Okay.
you know, there's no like either you need to be here every single weekend this month or you're not playing. You know,
Gotcha.
life happens. Everyone's
Yeah.
got stuff to do. So just try your best to get there as much as you can. And we're all pretty good. Obviously, there's a weekend here or there, but you're not going to make every single weekend. But overall, everyone's dedicated and puts in the work needed with the time we have to start seeing results.
So with the Road to Pro events, are they blind layouts or do you guys get the layout beforehand?
We did get the layout beforehand.
Okay.
And there was an opportunity to like get on the field and check it out.
Nice.
Which was nice. But yeah, I don't know if they'll do it like that the whole season. I would figure they're probably going to stick with that.
So they gave it to you like a week beforehand?
It wasn't like crazy amount of time before. It was pretty close to the event.
Okay. Yeah.
It was pretty much like one weekend you could get into the field and that was it.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I go back and forth on it, man. Like part of me loves the blind layout because then if something happens, you're not looking at your buddy like, well, you didn't make the layout practice, you know?
Yeah.
And then other part of me likes having the practice on the layout and really getting the deep dive instead of having to figure it out through the prelims.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't have too much of an opinion because I haven't really played like enough tournaments yet to like say which one I really like. But in theory, I do like having the getting at least a walk the field or practice on it, play on it once before an event rather than full on blind.
Yeah, it's I feel like blind is playing the blinds definitely has a other like skill set. Like walking in a field is definitely a skill set that people need to learn. But there's also the skill set of getting to spend some time with the field and dissect it and learning.
Yeah, 100%.
Learning how to do that properly is, and then that helps you with the blind layouts. Like after you do that,
it helps you quickly pick up and that's like another thing too is like your normal rec ball, Saturday speedball with the boys. You know, you're not walking the field. You're just throwing your gear on, airing your guns up, and you're like, "Yo, go over there, let's shoot at each other."
And we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get there. But that's been nice having the coach's perspective of walking the field and how you should walk the field. Really, really like getting a good look at the field before you even start to play on it.
So who came up with the name Walk On Warriors? Because I absolutely love it.
So it was kind of like a group. I wouldn't say anyone in particular. It was kind of just a group thing. You know, we were kind of just like I said. And what was the team you were talking about? The
AC Greenville?
Yeah, AC Greenville.
Like more of a club.
But
yeah,
I guess you could kind of like throw us in that a little bit. Like I said, we have more guys that play when they can and stuff that we still consider like walk-on warriors and stuff. So it's like, but then you have the group that does want to, you know, play a little more and play the X ball.
Yeah, the more committed guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the name, it just kinda like I said, literally all of us just walked on, kept picking up more and more as we kept playing, and we're just like, "Hey, let's make a team. We got a lot of people. Let's make a jersey and just call ourselves the Walk On Warriors because we're literally just a bunch of misfits just getting back into it and just wanna shoot some people."
So have you met everyone like just through the field, or like you have a buddy from back in the day that came back in with you?
So in the beginning, it was strictly just like people from the field.
Okay.
And then I got my one buddy from work to come out and hook, line, and sinker. He's the one who got picked up by enemy. Happy
Okay.
as heck for him. Yeah, it's really cool to see that. And then I actually just got my best friend back into it, where I used to play with back in the day. He's been like twice now, so got him hook, line, and
Awesome.
sinker.
Yeah. He's
Trying to drag everyone back in. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
I've been doing it a year now again, and I am having way more fun and doing way more with it than I did when I was younger. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, when you have that disposable income, it's
When you can actually, not ask mom for a case of paint for the weekend, you can
yeah.
have more fun with it.
Or have to go and work for it. Go out to the field for a whole day so you can get a case to play.
Definitely.
What's the like biggest change you've seen from like when you were playing back in the day to now?
Biggest change, probably the community.
Okay.
I feel like back in the day, I mean, just maybe it's because I was younger. I feel like it wasn't as like buddy buddy. Like I feel like a lot of the guys, like if you were young, you walked into the field, you saw the guys with all the team jerseys and stuff. You're like, whoa, I don't want to play them.
Uh-huh.
But now I feel like it's a much more embracing and welcoming new players and um, just overall better experience for everyone. I've noticed just like even a lot of the local teams, they're awesome. We always work with them, work with each other, support each other. It's really just one big family with we just wear a different jersey.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I think I've seen that a lot too. Like since I came back, was it used to be like we're us and you're you and
Yeah.
kick rocks, and now
Yeah.
it's a lot more. Everyone's kind of cool and chilling and swapping stories
Mhm.
and leave it in between the nets type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely kind of related to like being a Philadelphia Eagles fan. It's kind of like you see another Eagles fan, you're like, you know, I know.
Yeah.
You see another paintball player, I know, you know.
Yeah. That's a good analogy actually.
You're just like automatically, you're like, I got you.
So who else plays out of Long Live?
Long live a lot of the teams we play with and we're good buddies with. We got a Tropa paintball team. I know they got 5D4. They just got a fresh new D5 line they've been going with. Sunday Sleepers, Blackhawks are another big one, and a group of guys that go by the Penetrators. They're a good group of guys.
Like that name.
But yeah, they got a good jersey and stuff, and they're a good group of guys. So yeah, it's nice to have a lot of the local teams, and everyone Sundays there are absolutely packed.
Uh-huh.
Teams running points definitely get spicier on Sundays.
Yeah.
Saturdays is usually just a little bit easier for us as a team, so we like to really get our work in Saturdays. Try and throw in some Sundays as it gets closer to tournament to get the intensity up a little bit,
Yeah.
and then keep grinding.
And you had mentioned, I think, before we start recording, do they do Thursday nights there too? Like, are they open during the week?
So they are. It's not lit or anything.
Okay.
But usually, in like the Facebook page or something, people will see who's going, or a lot of guys will just go out and do drills. But it's definitely Thursday is the night to like if you're gonna go during the week, that's usually the night to go.
Okay. So kind of more of a summer activity.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, do you have any like nightball fields down by
No,
you
we
or?
don't have any down here. I
Oh,
really want to get out to Fit and
I
check
know,
that
dude.
out.
Seeing their black light, their glow in the dark field, it's just like I gotta get out there just to play that. Like literally, like that's all I want. I just want to play the glow ball.
Yeah, I want to try and set up a time to go out there,
Mhm.
and it's worth the trip. I'll sacrifice a tournament to go and
Yeah,
play that and
definitely.
experience that because it looks nuts. And then I know a new Vegas field is going to have night ball too, but
Mm.
I don't think there's anyone in the southeast that I know of that's doing night ball.
Yeah,
We'll do the
there's not a
Friday nights.
huge demand for it.
Yeah. Well, and it come summertime, it'll stay lit till 9 o'clock
Exactly,
anyways.
you're good, yeah.
So
there's no point. Why are they gonna put lights on it?
Yeah, we used to have a place called Nugent here that had big like stadium floodlights, and they would do nightball. Nightball also used to bring out like more of a rowdy crowd, if you will, kind of the after
Gotcha.
work crowd,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Yeah.
Have your fun, boys. But
Mm-hmm.
but as a young high school guy, the place I grew up was a indoor field, so they had Friday night
Okay.
lights. But once again, a little bit of the rowdier crowd, and we were the kids. We'd go in anyways. But they all those guys took so good care of us, man. Like back in the day.
That's awesome.
And I know we were absolute little shitheads.
Oh, 100%. Everyone is.
But they
Gotta be a shithead.
Yeah, but they definitely like didn't mess with us too much, no more than older brother would. And
Yeah.
if anyone overstepped, like they put them in their place really quick.
Yeah, like nah.
So I got a lot of good buddies from that era,
Yeah, we only had one indoor field in Jersey, I think, and it's been out of business been gone for a while.
Indoors are hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since, and this was, so Planet was indoor, but it was not indoor, if you will. It was covered.
It was kind of,
there were a lot of
Gotcha.
holes, dirt floor, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
And that was before like X ball and indoor had to do turf and stuff. So
Yeah, you do.
but I lived out in Utah for a while. And I'll have to look them up and see if they're still around. But there was a place in Salt Lake City called Utah Extreme that had an indoor facility, and it was really, really nice. Full X ball field, nothing in the middle, so there wasn't like the random pole.
The
But
one
it's
you
just,
didn't want to run into.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for a run through and forget it's there.
Yeah. You got ran through.
Yeah. But they're way more expensive to run, and with everyone wanting the air ball, or at least the tournament guys, it's just harder, I think. So
Yeah, you don't see too much of it.
yeah.
I know there's Hornet's Nest up in New York. It's a little bit for me. It's still like 3.5 hours, but they have indoor, but they also have the outdoor.
Okay.
So they have the mix, and I've never been there, but from what I've heard and from what I've seen, it looks like a good time.
Yeah, I've seen Hornet's Nest on Instagram a lot, and it looks like they're doing a good job up there. I know like upstate New York has a couple indoor facilities, so I think if you're gonna have an indoor, you aren't gonna do like lights on a outside field for sure, right? Like you might as well just roll it onto the indoor during that time. So.
Definitely.
And then Boston used to have one, but I think they're shut down during COVID.
Yeah, that probably been a lot of the indoor places going.
Yeah, you didn't get the benefit of being outside and being able to run business for sure. And I can't imagine rent on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just from the little bit of experience I have with renting office spaces and stuff, I can't imagine the rent on.
It's not cheap.
something.
Yeah, I don't see too many of them.
Yeah, or it's something like Hornet's Nest, which I think's been there for a while.
Yeah, they have. I know they do like a whole indoor 3-man like winter series. Like they're doing it right. So especially having the outdoor too helps.
Yeah, I would imagine having both.
If you're strictly
helps.
indoor, I can't see how you're gonna keep going.
Yeah, flip a profit. I think the indoor literally probably keeps the lights on.
Yeah.
And once it warms out, that's what pays all the bills.
Definitely.
Well, we're right there, man. Why don't you shout out all the boys real quick, and then shout out the companies again?
Yeah, no. Shout out to the squad, Coach Ra, Jay, Mike, Ron, Brian, boys be balling, putting in the work. Then we got High Stakes with all our soft good apparel needs. We got Frostfire with our headwear, and he has his own drops too. He does his own theme drops, and he's doing with Black Sheep headbands. He'll be doing a drop coming up the end of this month. And then Stingray over in Brooklyn. Shout out to Long Live. Got to shout out the home field. Jim takes good care of us there, and all our local teams and everyone we play with every Saturday. You know, it's a big family, and we wouldn't have it any other way.
Nice. Well, thanks for coming on the show,
Hey,
man.
I really appreciate it, man. I know sometimes D5 isn't the most exciting to talk about.
So here's the thing, and I'm gonna keep recording for this. Like,
Yeah.
this podcast is for the divisional stories. Like, and I
Yep.
want the full gambit, you know.
Yeah, no,
I think when you
definitely.
hit me up, like, I was like, hey, let's play that event, and then come on, you know.
We'll revisit, you know.
But like, I want to tell the divisional stories from all over. Like, people are out
Yeah, no.
there and want to tell your story. Hit me
Yeah,
up.
appreciate it, man. Yeah, no, definitely. You've been awesome, and it's been great talking with you. I appreciate it, Hunter.
Hey, thanks again, Anthony. And
Hey,
just hang
thank
on
you.
because it's all got to upload.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Thanks for tuning in to the Planet Paintball podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Whether you're out there grinding in the divisional pits or chasing dreams on the pro stage, remember, it's all about the passion, the hustle, and the love for the sport. Shout out to 1023 Sportswear for sponsoring the show. Don't forget to use code Planet Paintball at checkout for 20% off your order. Gear up, save big. Until next time, keep grinding, keep growing, and we'll see you back here on the Planet Paintball podcast